Hello guys, I just wanted to share with you the latest updates from the schemawriter.ai software platform. So let me just minimize myself, and let me move myself down there. All right, so let me get started. So let's jump into the company information. Let me find the company. Let me find myself. Support at schemawriter. Let's just take this one. So inside of the company information, the first update is of course that you now have the live schema code over here that you can copy and then validate directly in the schema.org. Good. Let's just do that. Validate code snippets. So that's the first thing. So whenever I type something in here, then the schema code over here is updated dynamically. So the second thing is that we now support the GBOP place ID. So currently we are not using the place ID for anything, but as you might know from the X application, the Google Business Place ID can be used for things like driving directions, points of interest, cities nearby, and we are going to use that to automate the local business schema and the organization schema in greater detail, so we can actually place related cities. But anyway, you can enter your Google Business Profile Place ID here, and we will use it later on. So we also now support either 24-hour opening times or individual opening hours. And this has been it's been very much requested. I don't know how many times I've been asked this. Please support 24-hour opening hours. So if you do select this guy here, you can actually see it reflect over here. Opening hours, it will say Monday to Sunday from 0 to 24. And so this is because the schema, the time format that they support is the 24-hour time format. It's not a problem for me because I come from Denmark, and in Denmark and in the I think in Europe, we also all countries support the 24-hour format, but in many other places in the world, I know that you support the AM PM. I never understood the AM PM. When is it AM? When is it PM? It should be easy. I can't remember. We added now the option to simply select local business. I do not know why I didn't think of that before, because, for example, schemawriter is not an automotive, it's not an auto body, it's not an auto dealer. There's no such thing as an SEO local business. I don't know why, because most of the guys actually writing schema will be doing either SEO or marketing. But anyway, so local business is kind of like the umbrella, the overall arching service business type. So instead of professional service that most of us normally probably would select, I encourage you to select local business, because I know that at some point, schema.org, they will deprecate, they will remove the support for the professional service. So you might as well just jump to local business. If you cannot find your service type here, just select local business and everything will be fine. We also added fields called legal name, and legal name is company name is in the case of schemawriter, company will just be schemawriter.ai. But the legal name is the legal name of the company that's actually owning schemawriter.ai. In my case, the Danish company that owns schemawriter is owned, of course, by me, but the name of the Danish company, the legal name is CO Denmark APS. So in field legal name, this is where you will write, if you are from the United States, you will write the corporation name LLC or whatever it is that you call it over there. So just so that you know the difference between the company name and the legal name. And legal name is not used right now, but it will be used in the organization schema that is going to be implemented soon. Let me just see here. So let's see if I remembered everything. I think I did. Okay, so let's jump over to the schemawriter application. So when you have run your report, okay, first of all, we now have these 4 input fields. And so it's the target keyword, the target URL, for example, SEO courses. Target URL could be my homepage. Good. And company will be, of course, my company. Jesper Nielsen SEO in this case. And country is the country that I want to rank in. The reason that it's important that you select the country is because we are performing a search for you in the background. And we're using the Google Search API to do that. And we need to specify the country, otherwise it will just be global random. And I mean, if you live in South Africa, you don't want it to be not selected here. You want to select South Africa because the search results that you're seeing when you're searching from South Africa will be the different search results than when I'm searching from Denmark, or if you're searching from United Kingdom or United States or wherever you're searching. So select that. We are right now working on implementing also language, and language will mean that for some countries you will be lucky enough that we actually support your language entities. Danish will be supported. I think perhaps also Swedish, but I know, of course, English is naturally supported. Dutch, French, German, Spanish, Chinese, I think also many of the major languages will be supported. Not all. I mean, you can see how many countries that we could search from. Unfortunately, not all of these countries will be supported because not all of these countries have their, for example, the Tonga Wikipedia. I don't think there is a Tonga Wikipedia. No, there is a DK.Wikipedia, and there is a US, the international Wikipedia, but not a Tonga. So anyway, so language is coming. I've hoped it would be done today. It is not. It's a little bit more complicated than I thought. But anyway, so let me just click generate. And let's just hop into this report that I made yesterday. So so we implemented some usability improvements. So you can now select over here, if you do not want web page schema included in the output, just remove it. So this is actually, I think it's a nice feature that we can actually now do like this and modify the output. So if you don't want product, don't select it. If you do want FAQ schema, don't select it. If you do want it, it's updated dynamically. And so that when the word dynamically actually leads me to another thing that we just implemented also. So when you are editing the FAQ schema, so you can actually see the question: what is an automated web page schema in the context of software? And then the answer comes here, and you can see down the answer is, where is it? So this is the question, and this is the answer. So let's say I want to edit this. What is automated web page schema? It sounds strange to ask the question, what is an automated web page schema? So I just removed the N. I'm not English. Don't shoot me if it's not correct. It's just, for me, it just sounds better. So what is automated web page schema in the context of software? It is updated dynamically down here. When I click out of the field, it's updated. Yes, it is updated. It's removed here. And it's also updated dynamically over here. So you can see what is automated web page schema. So the N is removed. So actually, so I can see here what is automated. What is automated? So if I type in N, what is a super automated web page schema? So then the content is updated dynamically. And that is very important for FAQ schema, because FAQ schema is something that you add to your schema code when you have questions in the actual content on the actual web page. What do I mean by that? Let me show you. Schemawriter.ai. If I go down here to the bottom, frequently asked questions. What is an automated web page schema in the context of software? So I have these 5 questions. So these are the questions I have. And in order for Google to accept this to the highest degree anyway, the contents from the homepage needs to be in the schema verbatim. So it is not good if I have something else here. It's not good if I have something else here and then it's not updated here. They need to be in correspondence with each other. So it's, let me just delete it again. Or if I can have, I do like this. All right, so save. We also added a save button to the contents page here, save schema. So you have that. So when it comes to working with the schema, you now have the option to add properties. So let's say that you are working, let me just show what I mean by that. Web page schema, good. And let me go into web page. So for example, accessibility summary, copy. I can now add this, and this is the accessibility summary. Good. So now I added the fields, accessibility summary, and so I mean this is because we don't add. You can see how many fields you have the opportunity to add to your web page schema. It's crazy. Of course, we are going to automate more of these fields, but we are never going to automate all of them. So if there is a field that is especially important for you, you can click this button, add new property, and you can determine the type. So if there's a list, 1, 2, 3, 4, and let me call it Jesper's test. Good. Let's see what this will look like. So Jesper test, and then should be over here somewhere. So yeah. So Jesper test. So this is how this will look like when it's a list. Of course, Jesper test is not a supported property. This was just an example. I hope that you understand that. But anyway, so this is the object list is of course when you have a little bit more complicated schema. But yeah, you can just play with it, and if you find bugs, make a ticket. I will correct, and let me just delete these 2 again. And save schema. So when it comes to keywords is very important for rankings, and it's something that I really work with. We now have support for both add more. 1 more keyword, good, like this. And we can also upload CSV file. So I can now click on this guy here. And for example, if you are using, I don't remember what they are called now, Keyword Anywhere, I think. Keywords Everywhere, they have a keyword extraction function, and there are many tools that you can use. You can use Ahrefs, you can use SEMrush to produce keyword lists for your web page or for the target keyword that you want to rank for. So you can now export all of these keywords in a CSV file, click on this guy here and upload it, and they will be automatically added. I know that there are some Yax users that add hundreds of keywords to their schema files. So, and now, good thing, you don't need to click on this and to do it manually. So, in the abouts and mentions, we now added the usability feature that you can now click, move to mentions, or remove. Previously, we had the drop down, and of course, this is much more usable. That you can actually, if you think that, or if I think that for schema writer, the web page schema for the homepage If it's not about information, then I can just remove. I don't think I want to remove that because it's actually a very good entity. But I could remove it. Plugin computing, I could actually remove that. Just do like this. User interface, if I want to have that in the mentions, I just click move to mentions, because Schema Writer, although that I do mention the user interface in the content here on the homepage, the homepage is not about user interfaces per se, but it's good to have it in the mentions because it is something that I do mention. So yeah, it's a usability optimization that we did for you. A couple of you guys mentioned that you would like to have that. Let me just see here if I have target key. Okay, yeah, so it's a small thing, but it's a good thing. Target keyword. So when you're searching for, in my case, automated web page schema, we now add this keyword in the first keyword in the keyword section of the web page schema. Is just, it's basic SEO. This is actually kind of like when you have a target keyword, you're optimizing your web page for it. You want it to be in the H1, the H2, the URL, the meta title, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of like the same thing. So if you want to optimize your automated web page schema, obviously you also want the keywords to be in the actual keywords for the web page schema. So let me see again. I think that this is it for now. So this is the updates that we have for now. So what we're working on now is we are working on the language, and language is a major update because it means that for the countries that actually, for the language that we do support, it means that you will have your language entities. So instead of English, for example, if it was Danish, it would not say language here, it would say sprog. Sprog is the Danish word, looks like this. So that's the Danish entity, and instead of the en.wikipedia, it would be DA, something like that. I don't know what the page is called, and also in all of the information fields, it would be translated to your language. So instead of description in English, it would be Danish. Instead of description here in English, it would be Danish in my case. And that's how it would be in all of the fields that we actually automate. And also in the FAQ section, it would be in your language. So it's a major update, and that's why it's just taking us so long to integrate, because of all the APIs that we're working with. But that has been the updates for today, the December the 7th. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.